Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today we are going to discuss a quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. An equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. The word quadratic is derived from a word quad, which means square. So look at this equation. Here the x is variable involved and a, b, c are real numbers such that a not equals to 0. Suppose if a is equal to 0, then this whole term will become 0 and we will get bx plus c equals to 0. This equation is called linear equation. Linear equation. And this one is quadratic equation. Here the exponent of x is 2. Here the exponent of x is 1. Now the greatest exponent is called degree of equation. So here the greatest exponent is 2. So its degree is 2 and its degree is 1. So the equation whose degree is 1 is called linear equation and the equation whose degree is 2 is called quadratic equation. This is also called the general form of quadratic equation or standard form of quadratic equation. This ax square term is called quadratic term. This bx term is called linear term and this c1 is called constant term. Some example of quadratic equations are examples. Number 1, x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation of this form. Second example, 2x square minus 3 is equal to 0. This is also a quadratic equation. Here the degree of the equation is 2. That's why it is a quadratic equation. But here the linear term, this one term is missing. The third one example may be like x square plus 2x equals to 0. This is also a quadratic equation because the degree or the highest exponent of the variable is 2. So it is a quadratic equation. But here the constant term, this c1 term is missing. Another example is x square equals to 3x plus 1. This is also a quadratic equation, but it is not in this form. I think you understand what is a quadratic equation and now you can define a quadratic equation.